We are at the former Debenhams site in the centre of Gloucester, King Square, St Aldgate Street. Part of the whole planning process throughout the country, all planning applications are screened for an archaeological aspect. This site is right in the centre of Gloucester, which is a very historic town and is known for, certainly this area of the town, for being very close to the old Roman and medieval town walls. And certainly this is also a site of a medieval church and a later post-medieval church. Then the importance of the site archaeologically is very high, so that would have been screened during the planning process. Previous works on the site would have been just some trial trenches. Those have confirmed that there are remnants of the later churches out here. And down in the basement, so 3 meters below the levels which we're currently working, there was evidence of Roman buildings, walls, streets. There is records of Church of St Aldgate, certainly from the 11th or 12th century. It might even be pre-Norman conquest. I guess it's important to say St Aldgate is believed to be one of the few local saints from Gloucester. I think it suffered a whole load of damage during the Civil War. Gloucester held out against the Royalists. Siege of Gloucester, very famous, 1643. We are literally 10 metres into the city from the walls. We are finding burials associated with the original church, the medieval church, the one that was demolished in 1650. And we are also finding much fewer, but a few burials associated with the 1740, 1750 church. We've currently got just over a dozen burials. We have to undertake a certain amount of work on the burials. They will all be reburied in a Christian burial ground. That's part of the agreement with the Church of England. But we might be able to tease out some parts of to see what people actually died of, how old they were, diseases, etc. In short, the courtyard out there is almost entirely the area of the known churchyard for the later church, the 1740s, 1750s. Gloucester as a city, from an archaeological perspective, is very, very important, certainly in the history of this country. There's the Roman activity. There was a fort here. There was previously a fort out towards the rugby ground at Kingstown. So from an archaeological perspective, you have a city that has over 2,000 years of activity, almost unbroken. I wouldn't say it was completely unbroken, but almost unbroken. You're getting fantastic Roman mosaics. They still survive down in the basement on this site. Roman buildings, Roman streets. And then we're coming up into, in this case, medieval church. The remainder of the finds, the pottery, etc., that will go back to our office. Again, that will be analysed. That should help us provide some stronger dates to the elements that we're finding. That will then be deposited with the museum in Gloucester. So there will be a chance in 100 years' time for people to come and re-look at what we've done and disagree totally with what I'm saying, which is what happens, it's part of the archaeological world,